All right, we're gonna checkers. Close that. We can just go here. Click on that. There. I want to go to studio. I want it to go. My channel. Okay. There's that. Okay, we're good to go. There we are. All right. All right, let's do this. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. My name is Ryan, and I get stuff from yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores, flea markets, and such, and try to turn them for a profit online. With today, one of the biggest finds of the year that I'm hoping is going to turn into something really cool, and we'll get to that last because, you know, anticipation building and all that sort of stuff. I have a couple sales, and actually yesterday was a pretty decent buying day, so we will jump into that right now. All right, first up, let's go pull up the stuff. First thing I've got I'll have a tentative sale. After I drop my phone, a tentative sale on this batch. This is going to be a local Facebook sale of American Girl books. I bought these for 50 cents a piece. I have somebody local. I've actually sold some to her before, and these I think did the same thing last time. $2 a piece, so that's going to be like there's 14 books here, so $28 from 7. So hopefully that'll get done. That's probably, I think she paid PayPal last time. It was just a local PayPal transaction, but that is a local. I don't even remember. Yeah, I think it was a local yard sale Facebook group. I think I put those up on, and I remembered her name. She was one of the last people I sold something to locally. So, and I think I think $2 a piece. There's several other Facebook niche groups I think I could have sold these on too. So that's where they were going to go if I hadn't have sold them to her. Next up. Something y'all would have seen like 2 or 3 days ago. I think I picked this up Monday. No, I picked it up last Friday at flea market. And it is a beat up. It's a beat up box. It's an unbuilt 56 monogram 56 Chevy model. $20 shipped. I've said it before. Say it again. Say it every time. Unbuilt models. $2 a piece or less with the box, even if they're incomplete. Most of the parts are there and a bunch of the parts are on trees. Grab them. If you get built models, partially built models, stuff like that, if you can get those cheap and lot them up, those tend to sell. It's worth grabbing and looking up and seeing that sort of stuff, particularly if it's something that's out of production. That stuff will generally still has a market. There's still hobbyists out there who do models. The things still sell. Hobby Lobby has an aisle of them. So, worth doing. And finally, this is a $14 sale. This is one of those book lots I always go back and forth on. This is $15 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For 9 R.L. Stein, these are mostly Goosebumps books. $14 for 9 Goosebumps books. I'm back down to if they're the original run, I'll grab them at 50 cents. If they're not, I'll wait to see if they go half price at 25 cents or less. Sometimes it may depend on how much they are, on what I'm feeling like at the time. But so at minimum, these were at most 50 cents a piece. So $4.50, $14, 10 cents. You know, I made a few dollars on this lot. I have it. If I can get a bunch of Goosebumps at a time, maybe I'll do it because I can get them all lighted up at once. They don't sell as fast as I'd like them to most of the time, but sometimes they do. The best Goosebumps books to buy are like the last 4 or 5 in the original series, and those are $20, $30 books depending on condition. And I've sold those before for pretty reasonable prices. So that's my sales. And that's a sip of coffee. I really, really want to get a coffee sponsor one day. That's my big thing. You can do something like that. I'd love to get sponsored by Community Coffee, but that probably they're a little too big to sponsor YouTube dudes. Anyway, so next is my smaller finds and then my bigger finds. So, Star Wars! Little Star Wars. Big Star Wars guy. Always have been, always will be. These are, I think these are Target exclusive R2-D2 remakes of the Droids figures from the 80s cartoon that ran like a season or two. So that's what I got 5 of them. These were $2 a piece at Goodwill. I think I was originally hoping maybe get $10 a piece on them. I don't know if that's going to happen because when I pulled the stickers off, some of the packaging got beat up. I think I'll be fine on them. It was worth a shot. I think to grab them. At minimum, I'll get $3 to $5 a piece on them out at the flea market. But I'm actually going to try some Facebook groups with those first. I think that's the best avenue if I can get them to some collectors' hands rather than going on eBay next. So I think that'll be the best way to try to get rid of those. Because you'll find somebody, the great thing about something like this is you can get something, a collector who wants to be able to open one, can get one new in the package, and since the package is already damaged, it's fine to open. And you can have a mint figure out of the package with the neat little coin. So, anyway, that's that plan. We'll see how it goes. Next up, this was $3 or $4. A What If t-shirt. 2XL. That's a good size. So, it's a Pop Tees Funko t-shirt, still wrapped up in the box. I think I saw this going for $20. But I didn't check the size when I saw that. So this may go a little bit higher. So I may be able to get 30 on this because of the sizing. So, new in package, just saw this laying there. I actually had to ask them to reprice it because there was no sticker on it when I grabbed it. So, neat little find there. Finally, before we get to the big one, hymnal. Methodist hymnal. I think I'll get, this was $2. I think I'll get 10 to 15 for it. This is a 1939 Methodist hymnal. Clean on the inside. No church, no specific church on it. It's actually, this is neat. There was a guy who wrote a prayer in it to the people he was giving it to. And that's back when cursive, like old guys like that, their cursive is font, man. I got decent handwriting, but it's nowhere near how some of this stuff can go. So, but it's clean. The best hymnals to get are clean all the way through with no church markings on the front particularly. Those because some particularly newer hymnals for churches looking out there to try to get some for their pews. Newer hymnals you don't want churches won't buy ones with a previous church like embossed church stamp. You want them clean. But this is an older hymnal, which is why I grabbed it. And so it's going to go in my hymnal box and hopefully get sold. This second hymnal, I haven't found any hymnals in a while, like a few months. And I found 2 in the last 2 trips to Goodwill. So, pardon my sinuses. Finally, okay. Before I get into this, this is one of my rules. If it's mechanical, heavy, and weird looking, look it up. Particularly if it's smallish. You're gonna run across it's. You may have found something if you kind of follow that rule, particularly if it's in good condition. But yeah, something heavy, mechanical, weird looking, and you don't recognize like that. That's funny. You get that in the back of your head, pull your phone out because it's time to look something up. That's what I did with this. This was $25. Ugh. It's a slide ride. It is like a safety seat type thing for, I think, folks with handicap, elderly folks who have trouble getting in and out of cars. I think. I don't know. But it is, look at the bottom of this. This is, it folds out. And if you look it up online, there's pictures of this. And it kind of sits on like a car. Like this goes on the ground and this goes into the car and it sits like that, and it's like some stool or I don't know, but I looked it up and I got excited because comps on this thing, it folds up. Comps on this thing, wanna know how much? $400 to $500 comps. I think there were some that sold in the $300 to $400 range that were like, oh, that's cosmetic damage. This ain't got cosmetic damage. There ain't nothing wrong with this thing. So that got me all excited. We'll see. It's about 16 pounds. Gonna ship it UPS. And I actually didn't do. I almost always do free shipping. I didn't on that one. I pulled the price down a little bit. I think I got it for something like $475 plus shipping, and we'll go from there. And I got like weighted shipping on it so that it doesn't mess everybody over too much. So that was one of the neatest things I ever found. This is the best find I've had probably in a few years. I've got a couple books go in the hundreds over the years. With the frequency that I go to thrift stores and garage sales and that sort of thing, I get about one hit kind of like that a year around here. I don't find a whole lot of stuff that completely blows the doors open. I had that Korea War jacket that went for a good bit. That was probably the best find up to until this. That was the best find. But as to absolute, to me that's a home run. This is an absolute grand slam if this thing moves. So, so I have one viewer. I think you just logged on just after I showed it. This thing, slide and ride, folding car, safety car seat thingy. Ugh. That's a workout. It's got a handle though. So, anyway, hitting the thrift store later today. I got through a bunch of work yesterday and got real busy. That's why I was on early. So, that is everything today. And I'm hoping to find some more cool stuff this afternoon. So, if you're out there, remember, keep an eye out for weird stuff. Use your brain. Use that sixth sense you get after you get a little experience and you're just like, hey, that's funny. Let me look that up. Trust me. Trust that instinct. Don't pass it up, because it'll come out. It'll work out for you, because that's where the gems are. So be good out there. Happy hunting. Let's work it out.